Hey y'all. So I decided today we're gonna do a book review. New picks, old picks, ones I've read, ones I haven't yet, because I got back from the library, which I totally forgot. Um, like one of my favorite books I've read so far is called I Curse You with Joy by Tiffany Haddish. And that book I just returned, but it has a purple cover and yeah. It's a great book. She talks about a lot of different things, but she's funny as hell. The book's entertaining. It keeps your attention. It's easy to read. She makes a lot of references to movies in it, so if you watch a lot of movies, you might find that fun. Kind of like, do I know that movie or not? I don't watch that many movies, so I didn't get all the references, but it's fine. And what else? Yeah, it kind of made me want to watch Girls Trip, which is like her show or movie, I think. I think it's a show. Um, yeah, I think we have Netflix in, well, we have somebody else's Netflix, don't tell. Um, and I think I might watch something on there. Like, I think she's got a Netflix special on there that I should watch. But we'll start with this one, I guess. Subliminal, how your unconscious mind rules your behavior. Leonard, oh, I looked up how to pronounce his last name and I forgot. It's like Melodino. Melodinow. This book caught my eye a really long time ago, and I didn't read it for so long because I just wasn't reading at all. But when I finally got around to it, I just started from the beginning because I was like, I haven't read these pages in years, so whatever. It took me a while to get through because there's a lot of words in it that I didn't know the meaning of. Like, it's pretty wordy and it's really scientific, so there's a lot of studies, and I read a lot of pages over again so I could understand them because my brain was still adjusting to reading, and this book was kind of a crazy start. Um, Definitely would recommend if you're like a neuroscientist or you're really into science. For me, there were some like good stories. He did add a little bit of humor to it, which, those little nuggets were nice. But I don't really have much to say on this. Besides, your unconscious mind has a lot more to do with the decisions you make than your conscious mind. And it's actually pretty crazy. Next book, The Main Thing. This was one of my favorites so far. This is actually a really good book too, but we're not there yet. The Main Thing, Rediscovering the Way Life Should Be. This book was really cool because it was given to me by a pastor who runs a food bank that my mom and I go to sometimes. And yeah, I'm not really a Christian anymore, but I still appreciate gifts, Like, he thought about me and he grabbed the book for me. That was nice. And he's actually in the book, which was cool too, because hello, I met somebody who's in a book. That's very cool. I think I'll just go through reading the chapters because it's important and it really sums everything up. Number one, rediscovering community. I would say that's like the main thing about this whole book is about community and just taking care of the people around you, really serving, which is one of the key principles of being a good Christian is serving God, serving your loved ones and your community. So I think this is a really good book if you're a Christian or not. It's not super, there's not a lot of Bible verses, so it's not going to be filled up with that. Because when I was reading this one book called Forgiveness, which I didn't even bring over here because I was like, it's fine, I have enough content right there. That book, there was a lot of Bible verses in it, and I was like overwhelmed, and I was like, ugh. So I gave up on that one. But Number 2, rediscovering purpose. 3, rediscovering dreams. 4, rediscovering compassion. 5, rediscovering resourcefulness. 6, rediscovering faith. 7, rediscovering innovation. 8, rediscovering adventure. 9, rediscovering beauty in seasons. 10, rediscovering identity. 11, rediscovering commitment. And 12, rediscovering the way home. This book was so good, y'all. There was stories jam-packed. It made you feel whole. It made you feel love. It made you feel warmth. And highly recommend. It's by Elizabeth Reed Watkins. Yes. And I'm really proud of her for writing this book because it sounds like she has a pretty jam-packed life, and the fact that she even fit this into her schedule. That's how I feel about everyone who writes books. I'm like, how are you literally doing all these things and you're writing a book? And I kind of get it because I like to write, but at the same time, maybe I'm just not there yet. But hopefully one day I will write a book. I started writing one when I was really young and I just never finished it. Like I started the first chapter, and then I also have an outline for another book, which I probably will write, but I might change it around. I think I'll keep the title. I think I should keep the title. The chapters are pretty solid too, but I might tweak those a little bit. Anyway, good book. Next, this one. This was the first book that I finished in a long time because I was reading this Green Book for a while, and I put off the last 20 pages for weeks. But this was the first book I read. It's an easy read. There's not a lot of big words, but every word counts. You know, it's not repetitive. I mean, it has a concept, which I really find cool because it starts from a place of looking at your life like a really dirty house that you need to clean. And I found that really interesting, like going through the shelves, going through the past. It talks about being in the basement. And that's like not a good place to be, by the way, but it's also part of the journey, so it is important anyway. And this book is so good. It's by Iyanla Vanzant. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but remember she had the show Iyanla Fix My Life? I seen a few clips from that, and I also watched like an episode or two when I was younger. And bro, that show is what inspired me to get this book, because this was actually my grandmother's book. And when I was going through her old stuff, I looked at it and I was like, oh my God, I need that. And maybe that's why it's the first book I read. I was really into the whole idea. Like, it's called In the Meantime. And it is a #1 New York Times bestseller for a reason. Finding yourself and the love you want. It's such a good book. I don't even know what to say about it besides you need to read it. It's all about love, and it goes through these stories of these people who are struggling, and you know, in the meantime, they haven't found a way to live with love yet. They're still like hiding certain things and not being their authentic selves and staying in places where they don't really belong. And it's just such an amazing step forward into self-love if you need it. Like, I think it looks at things from a very humble, or I don't even know if humble's the right word, like down to earth, real perspective, where like everyone falls short of the glory of God sometimes. And this isn't really a godly book, but that's just an old saying. We all fall short. We all have our moments, and we all have our things that we could be better at. Like, none of us are perfect, obviously. So, great book. Next, this one I haven't read yet. I actually just picked these 3 up from the library.